Okay, and then my cranes are ready for this lifting, and then I start to lift that engine up. And there's this engine bay. Okay, and next I lift this engine. Next I lift this engine up, and then I move car in here. It's my plan next. Okay, and then I hook up this first cable in that mounting place in here. It is my next task. Okay, and then this next lifting point, it is in there. We have that hook, and I insert that part. Okay, and now this engine start to lift up, and a little bit lift. Okay, and then I lift up this engine, and when engine is that level, I move that car in here. Okay, and next I will do that very nicely in there. There's enough space, and engine is nicely in there. And then I move that car in this just up, actually below of this engine. It's my next job. Okay, cool. Okay, and then I move my car in just in below of this engine. Okay, and now engine is there a little bit down, but then I noticed that there is not so much space in there that I need to take this mounting, this part, this left, actually right mounting away. Okay, and now then I also okay, and then I continue this car installation. Okay, and now it seems that I need to take this alternator also away, because there is so small amount of this space. And I take next that part away. Okay, and now this engine is going down, and I am now lifting this engine in that clutch area down. Little by little it goes down, and sometimes I need to lift this engine again up, but there is idea that now I lift that engine up. Maybe I need to take some wheels away, but I think that this will be in there within 10 minutes. Okay, and then important hint, because in here we can see that there is not much space in here, and now I have take this alternator also away. It's like away in this position. Then there is important thing that I need to insert that engines, that area, what is in that oil cap, this clutch area, inside in this gearbox hole, what is in there. This is like gearbox, and now this clutch is already inside in there, and this is important that this that I can insert this engine, that there is every inch and millimeter has to be taken in care, that this engine can go in there down. Okay, and then I continue my engine downing. Okay, and now this engine is already so deep, and now it's interesting to go check that in what position this engine is in there. And there we can see those cranes, what I use when I insert that crane down. Okay, and in that position we have great view that what is happening, because there is now this engine is not in position. There is exhaust pipe and there is gearbox, and here are those exhaust manifold places, and now there is just space that this engine goes down. And next I start to install this engine in this gearbox hole, and this gearbox hole is this area where is this clutch. Okay, and then I continue. Okay. Okay, and then I need to insert that gearbox bar inside this clutch also. I start to process that next. Okay, and then I insert that mounting in this part back in here. And there are these bolts. And here as well. Okay, and then I fasten these bolts. This was like this one job to do. Okay, and then I am inserting that driving bolt. What is there? That one, the small bolt. What connects in just in here. That bolt in here. This is my next job. I am using this my big crowbar that I can move that. Okay, now I try to insert that part there. Okay. Next I try to insert that bolt in here. It's my next job. And let's continue. Okay, and then I change my second this crane lifting in that bolt in there, and this is for that I can adjust that bolt in here. And now this engine part, it is there like waiting, that part. Now I like to insert that bolt in here to that hole. Okay, and now I have there one lifting point and there second. Okay, and then I continue my work. Okay, and then I inserted there also this jack, what is just in below of this engine. Let's go to look that. What is this? There is this jack, and it's now supporting this engine bay. In there, in below of the engine, there is also jack what lift up this engine, and I'm still installing that joint in there. There is jack in there below of engine area, and this is my target when I am now targeting this clutch to this gearbox bolt, and it is accurate job, and I continue. Okay, and then I inserted in there this big bolt, what is there, and now I am trying to insert that bolt in that hole. And this is my next job too. And this bolt helps to accurate that bolt jointing bar in there. Okay, then I have in here this big steel bar where I lift in that place where this head is. There is just small area, and I lift a little bit up in this way, and then at same time I manage to insert in that big bolt what is in here, that bolt. And now this bolt is just in this starter motor installation bolt, and it's it's big help, because next I could manage to insert that next engine bolt, and this is like small paddle, not, and now this upper bolt in here, I managed to install it, and it's like small victory in this job, because now I can start to fasten that bolt next. Excellent. Okay, and then I also planned that I could lift using that bolt position, but now it's weights, and this is like very interesting. This, we must be really creative in this engine job, carefully, accurately, and creative way. Okay, and I continue. Then I notice that I can install also that other big bolt in. There was this first bolt, and then I installed that in here. I will do that right way. And there is this bolt, and when there is two bolts, then this paddle is almost win situation. And this paddle means that clutch is in right position, and now that means that these bolts are running nicely. Okay, this one's fine, and then that one, and now this work looks quite excellent. There is this my small driving bolt in there. Now this joint bolt is in there in its way. It is just in here, and when I have fastened that bolt, this hole becomes smaller and smaller, and then it's excellent. Now this gearbox and engine joint is okay, and then I think that we should also test a little bit this engine movement, that I little bit rotate this engine crankshaft next. Okay, and then I tried to little bit move that crankshaft. I have 19mm socket. I install that in here, and in clockwise test that how this works. And there we can, it moves, and in there where is this flywheel, we can also see movement in there, in that hole in there. When I move now this, it moves. Okay, cool. No any special sounds. Excellent. And then I start to fasten these bolts in here, and all of these bolts, both were loosened, I will install next. Okay. Okay, and now this engine is in there, in right position, and those engine and gearbox, they are together, and there was no any damage when I installed this engine. When I installed that engine in this engine bay, and next job is that I need to insert all of those cables back what are in now loosened, and I will start to do that job in next. Okay, and thank you for watching this video, and have a nice day again, and we continue.